Hi everyone, Nick Smith here. I've got an example project that I wanted to share with you. It was a problem that came up from a user recently, and it's a topic that again we often get questions about, or people struggle with this particular area. So if I'm just going to start a new project, and I'm going to load in the drawing in question, which is this one here, and the drawing will load, and we then go to set area, and we set the extent of the calculation grid to the extent of the area, and then we go to select area to zoom in on the area of interest that we actually want to design. Now, one of the things that you will notice straight away when you load the drawing in is the scale factor. It's been brought in with a scale factor of 0.001. Now, that will normally indicate to me that the drawing is in millimeters. So if I go into AutoCAD and I go to the inquire function and distance, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it from the endpoint of there to a point perpendicular to there, and can you see how it's coming in at 7,200? So that again says to me that the drawing is in millimeters and not in meters. So there's a couple of ways that we can get around this. The first way is that before you actually prepare the drawing, is that you convert the drawing from millimeters into meters. And that's a function that you can do within AutoCAD and other CAD programs. And if you need any more help on that, then please drop me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help anyone with that. So, but the situation that had happened is that this particular person had already designed the project. What they'd done is they'd exported it as a DXF. As you can see here, I've already created the drawing that's been exported, and then when they came to overlay the two projects in AutoCAD, what they were finding is that they were getting scaling problems. So because this drawing is in millimeters, and the other drawing that was exported from Lighting Reality is in meters, because if you look in the bottom right hand corner down here, you will see it says all dimensions in meters. So the situation that we have is that this is already in millimeters, and what we want to do is bring the drawing in from the Lighting Reality export, and bring that in and convert it into millimeters. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can do that. If we insert it as a block and then browse to the location of where the file happens to be, it's obviously a DXF. So no, that's the wrong folder. It's in there. So it's obviously a DXF. So I need to select that there and select open. Generally, as a rule, when we're working on drawings, we always work in based on the same origin, so that if you have two drawings that overlay, then they always work together. But what we can do here is bring it in at a scale factor of 1,000, and then what that will then do is, as the two overlay, they should come in at the same location, and there we are. The two drawings have overlaid. This is an area that we get a lot of questions about on the Reality Help Desk, and you can always drop us an email on that if you're a licensed user and you're paying maintenance, and we'd be more than happy to help you out with that. In terms of the step that we would have done at the start if we wanted to convert the drawing, what I would generally do is to start off with a blank drawing, and normally the AutoCAD ACAD or ACAD LT, depending on which version of AutoCAD you've got, is normally the best because there's nothing in it at all. And then insert as a block, browse to where the drawing is, and it is that file there, select open, and again if we bring that in at a scale factor of 0.001, that will scale that drawing from millimeters into meters. We can obviously explode that as we bring it in, and then zoom to extents. Now, one of the areas that I often find with scaling drawings is this dimensioning and so on. And if you're familiar with the dimension styles facility, you can go in here and modify this and change the scale of the items. The other alternative is that if it's not critical to the project that you're working on, you can literally just go through and just turn all of those bits off, or alternatively just delete them. So the drawing comes in at the right location. The drawing is now in meters, and again, before we get too far, we can go to dimensions and distance, select there and go perpendicular to, and as you can see it's coming now at 7.2034, so I know that that's in meters. I can do a save as, save that file, and off we go, and then we can go ahead and design that in the normal way. So I hope you found that this video useful. If I could ask you a couple of favors. Firstly, if you have enjoyed it, found it useful, if you hit the like button below, that would be really good. If you have any comments or questions, please message me below. You can drop me an email to support@nicksmithassociates.com, or you can tweet me nicksmith1246 through Twitter. If you have any areas that you want me to look at, more than happy to do that. All I need to know is what you want me to cover. You can either drop me an email, support@nicksmithassociates.com, tweet me nicksmith1246 at Twitter, or you can message me in the area below. If many people know my phone number, so you can always just ring me up, and we can talk about it over the phone and we can deal with it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again.